This is Steve. We were talking about 3D printing, and then I realized I had never given him anything as a wedding gift. When I check out my photos, I found this. So the plan here is to get him a ticket for the next year. Obviously, after checking out my balance, my bank account was like,
Nope, you don't.
So here's the plan B. This is Gary.
Hello， 大家好，我是 Gary。
He's a producer of New World Margin Syndrome, and he directed I'm Stuck in a Time Loop. Anyway, he told me Steve has another hobby, which is building blocks. And I was like,
I have a new idea.
Let me do my math. I have a total of 3141.59 RMB, and let's do 1,000 living feet per month for 2 months straight, which leaves me...
So, my mission here is to finish an F1 building brick as well as a presentation within this budget.
After searching from the app, I noticed that the F1 models come in with different sizes. The small ones do fit in my budget, but they're too tiny to be a gift. Meanwhile, the big ones are the perfect fit, but almost all of them are over my budget. So the only option I have is... And right after that,
I ran into a problem. In the last 33 years, I had never touched any bricks or something close. So my initial idea was trying to build a 3D model to kind of like practice. And then I realized I was off track.
There's good news and bad news.
那尽快好吧。
The good news is I found a really good deal. And the bad news is they won't ship it for 2 weeks from right now. And this allowed me some time to practice. In return, I got this. And this is the one I spent the most time at. By the way, all these three cost me 78.8, which is around $11, and the remaining budget is 1,063.59. The building process back then was easy and relaxing. Just like a real Polaroid camera, it's not too big. But since it's all solid, it's quite heavy. Just don't get fooled by these 516 pieces.
I spent 2 hours-ish to finish it.
To be more exact, it's 2 hours, 6 minutes, and 35.62 seconds. So here's the question. Given that it takes 2 hours to complete a 516-piece building block set, how long will it take to finish the C44, which has 2553 pieces?
So, I'm gonna finish that in 10 hours.
At least that's what I really thought back then. Moving forward to the 21st, the seller told me. I replied. He followed up. I said. And that's 2 days earlier than I expected. On the night of 22nd, I got a package. After a really good sleep, I started the build. At that time, I did think,
I'm gonna finish that in 10 hours.
I really underestimated the grind of 2553 building block pieces, and I was exhausted back then. The final result here is, it took me almost 33 hours and 483 RMB in total, in which 465 for the set and 18 for the shipping, and I still have 580.59 left. After a 28-hour sleeping, I was starving, and that's the same from the beginning.
First thing first, whenever you assemble a C44, so that's probably all my tips.
Here's the catch. After recording a recap video for C44, the suspension on the front left was broken. So there's no other choice but to order a new part. At this point, I still have 575.19. And now, it is time for an intense fixing session. When fixing the suspension, I was like, really? It's an F1 set, how can it not be motorized? So, I bought the cheapest dynamic version, just trying to figure out the mechanics behind it. And then, I spot a secret. Everything is based on this 3 engine module, 2 for power and 1 for steering. But all of this requires physical space, which C44 doesn't have. So, while scrolling my feed, I found a presentation I really like. To get a similar vibe, I'm gonna need a board, a ladder, a hook, a printout, a piece of carbon paper, and a set of markers. And finally, with a little bit of labor, we're gonna have a presentation board like this. Swing back to the budget. On paper, that's 229.7, so mission complete. And this is where AliExpress comes in. I can't really do the project without it. Thanks to the platform, I can find affordable prices, good quality, millions of choices, and fast shipping, although I'm using the Chinese version of AliExpress. But you know, they're kind of the same thing. Oh wait, this is not a promotion, but it can be. So, let me show you the final review.
And by now you've probably noticed that things around you feel more alive. We're bringing to life the new identity of one of the most established and well-respected teams, now known as Stake F1 Team.
Totally forget about shipping fee.